I'm Gerard, and I've been building web applications for many years, back when security wasn't even a priority. I remember when you could search the web and find Microsoft Access databases sitting wide open, containing personal data. Back then, the primary goal was just making it work. Security was an afterthought. Not long after, infrastructure evolved to co-located servers. Before the cloud took over, you rented rack space in data centers, remotely managed every server by yourself, and assembled your stack piece by piece. Every firewall, patch, and module had to be configured by hand. I spent late nights poring over server manuals, yes, and that includes IIS 6.0 documentation, cover to cover, just to keep things stable and running. Over time, I learned to secure things the hard way by building, breaking, patching, and constantly defending. And today, I work as a senior application security engineer and a vCISO. And along the way, I've earned credentials like the CISM, cloud security certs like Azure 500, the AWS security specialty. But more important than any certifications are the lessons you learn from real-world experience. Delivering secure systems, cleaning up after data breaches, and hopping ahead of increasingly clever attacks. Yet today, application security remains a niche specialty. Many cybersecurity professionals are familiar with network firewalls, identity frameworks, and infrastructure protections. But far fewer deeply understand how attackers exploit application-level logic, APIs, and code. The gap is critical. Here's the thing. Software vulnerabilities are a leading culprit in data breaches. For example, security research showed that over 60% of breaches involve vulnerabilities that were already known but unpatched. That means these weren't new, exotic attacks, so to speak. They were flaws. People already knew about them and did not fix them. More recently, Verizon's data breach investigation report of 2024 indicated that vulnerability exploitation is now the initial access method in about 20% of all confirmed breaches, rising sharply compared to previous years. That signals these flaws in software becoming a go-to path for attackers. In short, when software is broken, attackers will exploit it. And if you haven't built deep AppSec skills, you're leaving yourself exposed. Here's an example. One of the greatest obstacles to closing this gap is education. Universities and colleges teach coding, data structures, system architecture, but rarely teach how to design secure applications. I saw this firsthand through my daughter. So she graduated with an associate's degree in computer science at a community college in Virginia with excellent grades, close to a 4.0. She got accepted into the University of Virginia, but through her 2 years of coursework, she never had a single class that taught her secure development practices. No secure input handling, no threat modeling, no understanding of how attacks work. So she became a capable coder, but not necessarily a safe one, as she was going to be following what she was being taught. That lack of security education will result in vulnerabilities being built into the next generation of software we all depend on. Banking, healthcare, government, and more. But in 2025, it's still very rare to see college computer science programs that deeply teach application security. So why is application security more important than ever? Because attackers increasingly target software logic and endpoints, not just network perimeters. A significant portion of breaches result from unpatched or vulnerable software. Application security expertise remains rare, but critically necessary in modern cybersecurity. So this is why I built this course, to help bridge this gap, to pull forward lessons from decades of real-world experience to give you both the foundation and practical hands-on labs to train you to find and fix the very vulnerabilities attackers exploit. Thanks for watching.